Everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch the front nine that goes along with this video. We're playing red, white, and blue out at Shelton Springs for the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Really good front nine. We are sitting at -1. We were shooting for even, so we're ahead of where we wanted to be. I got the wife here tagging along. You might see her out playing in the flowers or chasing squirrels, whatever she wants to do, because she's not playing today, but she is here caddying for me, running the camera. Here on 10, we're gonna go around the corner, probably a forehand with that red, white, and blue trail. See how close to that white stake we can get. If we can get to that white stake, we'll get another forehand in and hopefully start the back nine with a birdie. Either way, we're ready to go. Let's get started. All right, like I said, we've got that red, white, and blue trail. We're just gonna try and get it out into the field, give ourselves a look at the approach shot. I think we gave ourselves a great look at that approach shot. Well, I've got the crave. We're just going to go around the outside, get us lined up for that birdie putt. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-wee. Tried to go in. How cool of an eagle would that have been from 115 feet out, shooting eagle on this par 4? I guess now is the time to 3-putt for a double bogey. That's what usually happens here. Chains would be good though. That'll work. We'll start with a bird. It's not an eagle, but you know what? A birdie on 10 to get us to -2. That's not bad at all. Well, here we are actually on the island hole. Again, go back and watch that first video if you haven't. We're playing red, white, and blues. There's not an actual layout here for red, white, and blues at Shelton Springs, but we're alternating holes. Red hole, white hole, blue hole, all the way through the OG 18 here. It's worked out pretty good. We're shooting for an even. We're sitting at -2. We're on the island hole. The only thing we really want to do here from whites is get on the island. We're going to throw that trail, a little bit Anheuser. Hopefully it floats down in there, at least into the circle. Well, at least onto the island. That would be lovely. Here it goes. Well, we got the exact right distance. We're gonna take our 3 feet off the wall, of course. There we go. Hey, -3 through 11. That's pretty darn cool. I'm not 100% sure what to do here on hole 12 blue. I don't play the blue layout, so it's not a common thing for me, but it is quite long. It's almost 600 feet. It's a par 4. So what I really need here is a couple, 3 good 200-foot shots and a tap in to get that par. We're sitting at -3. We don't want to lose that, so let's just keep going here. I think that was a little further right than I wanted, but it should be about 250 or so, so that's a good chunk.
You're a good show.
Well, shoot. Oh, that was a little much. Definitely left a little bit more here than I wanted to, but It's in my range. Swish. All right, that was the first bogey of the back nine, and it happened on blue on our third hole of the back nine. Our first bogey and only bogey of the front nine happened on our third hole of the front nine, which was also blue. Takes us back to a -2. Still great. We're shooting for even. Awesome round so far. All right, so to catch you up, we just finished hole number 12. We skipped 13, 14, and 15. Those are the new additional holes that have been put here in Shelton because we're playing the OG 18. So we jump over to 16, gets us back to the red layout, and we're just going to continue on from there. The last video, I asked you what one of the coolest things you thought has happened in the last 250 years of the United States of America. Well, there's a lot of cool things that happened, but for me, the most recent cool thing that happened that some of you decided not to view was that UFC at the White House. That was such a cool deal, seeing the fighters come down the steps, come out of the Oval Office, come walking across the lawn and fighting it out right there in the middle. That was so cool to me. If you didn't watch that, you missed out. You should go back and watch that too, no matter who you voted for. It was just a cool thing. Here on hole 16, we're gonna throw that heat. I'm trying to get it flip up a little bit around some of those trees. It's kind of a blind shot for you. I can see the edge of the basket. That's all I can see. Let's just see if we can get her down there. That's money. I'm gonna bump my head trying to tap that in there. Great shot. Well, I didn't have my helmet, but I was also extra careful I didn't hit my head. We're back to -3, heading over to the whites on 17. That was such a good shot with the heat, I might as well just try it again. Really, we have a par 4. I'm trying to break it into thirds just like we did on that previous par 4 that we bogeyed. Let's get her down there, 250, 260, throw it another 250, 260, and have a putt at a birdie, huh? What I meant to say is let's throw it down there like 310, 320, and then throw it another 180 and have a look at a birdie. Well, I think we're about 200 feet in. So yeah, that was about a 300-foot drive. I think 200 feet in is a good job for a red, white, and blue ESP Buzz. Let's see if we can get her down there. You know, we haven't seen the koi fish out today. I think we're gonna throw the koi up high, off to the right there. See if we can crash in next to it. That's a putt. We'll take our par. All right, took a par on 17. We're sticking around at -3. Wife and I were having a conversation as we walked up this way, and you know, if I would just play like this in tournaments instead of choking every time I play in tournaments for the last 3 months, I'd be doing okay and my rating would go up. So I think moving forward, I'm gonna play like I'm filming around instead of playing against other people. Hopefully we start shooting some 900 plus rounds. I've played the blue out here at Shelton, I don't know, 2-3 times, maybe tops. I don't, for the life of me, remember this shot. 310 feet, par 3 still. Red is a very simple forehand shot. White can be a forehand or a backhand shot. This one is tough, straight down through the middle. I think we're gonna keep going with that heat. It's been doing its thing. Straight down the middle the best we can. If we can get 250 and then have an approach shot, take the par, stick around at -3, I think that's probably the best option. So that's what we're gonna go with. I did not go right down the middle, but I'm off to the side on the left. I think we can work with that. Well, I don't know if I could have ended up in a much worse spot, maybe deep in these bushes, but there's no real look at anything right here. So, I mean, maybe a step out backhand. Yeah, let's try this. This might be the option. That's circle's edge. That's a putt. Little outside of the circle, little outside of my range. It's probably a 30% putt here, but we're gonna go for it. Well, another bogey on blues. That takes us back to -2. Luckily, we're moving on to reds. Well, that was another unfortunate bogey on blues. Both blues so far on this back nine have gotten bogeys. We're still sitting at a -2. We've got 3 holes to go, and that's gonna be 19, 20, and 21. That's the old 16, 17, 18. And really, this is a brand new hole. We have a brand new tee pad. We have a brand new basket location. It's only been used for a couple of months. This is a fun one. Let's see if we can get close, get a birdie here, get back down to the -3 area. So it is the 4th of July. Everybody usually has holiday plans for the 4th of July. What do you like to do? What does your family do for the 4th of July weekend, for the 4th of July night? I think we're gonna go over to Gig Harbor, and there is not really a private fireworks show, but there's a fireworks show that goes off at the Gig Harbor Lighthouse, which is kind of a cool experience. Yeah, just tell me in the comments below what you guys like to do. Here we go, hole 19/16. Did it hit that tree?
Yeah, it kicked right to the head though.
It hit the tree. Got a putt. Well, we've got ourselves in the classic conundrum. We're not going to start a battle of wits with a Sicilian, but lay it up or run it. Wife?
Lay it up.
She says lay it up. That's no fun. We're going to do it anyway. She's the boss. But because I have 2 discs in my hand, guess what? We get to see what would have happened if we went with the running of the putt. I don't know how I missed that. Inconceivable. Well, guys, don't argue with your wives. They're right most of the time. Still sitting at a -2. We got 2 holes to go. We're gonna head over to white on hole 20. Hole 20, OG hole 17. It is the white layout, about 325. As straight as you can go, really, over that bush, and let her crash in to the left is what we're gonna try and do. I like the underworld for that task. Let's just see how straight we can get him to go. I like the underworld for that task. He went as straight as he could. He's all the way down there. Good shot. Did I leave a little bit of distance on the table? Yeah, I did, but 290 with that underworld is pretty darn good. We're mid-circle 2. Wife would likely say lay up, but you know, she got to call the last one. I'm gonna call this one. I think we're gonna run it with the koi. Ooh, that was a good shot. Right move. Another par, still -2. Hole 18 blue is all we have left to go. I think we're gonna beat our target of that even round. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Disking with Mr. Cooper, America 250 edition. It was a fun one. I've never played red, white, blue here. I've heard about some fun different layouts that people like to play. Over at NAD, some people play penalty pads where they rotate through all of the different layouts. Heck, tomorrow, if you watch, my wife and I are gonna play Running NAD Couples Edition. That's gonna be a cool one. Go check that one out tomorrow. What other cool layouts do you guys like to play? Where do you play those layouts at? What kind of fun games do you like to play? Leave me some detailed comments down below as to how you do those things. Here on hole 21, OG hole 18, it is a par 4, 630 feet, so it's way down there. We're sitting at -2. The goal was even. We're gonna throw 3 250 foot shots and try and get ourselves a par to walk out of here at -2. That would be beating our goal by 2 strokes. Let's get her done. And I feel like this heat's been on fire, so let's just keep the heat going. That's not bad. That's probably 200 feet or so. 3 of those were there. That was definitely not the route I wanted to take, but I think I'm out in the open. All right, we got the white marker right here. We have the red marker right there. This is telling me we're probably 220 out after 2 shots. So we're still on track for exactly what I said I wanted to do. I think I'm gonna go over the red pin on a hyzer, see if we can skip in close to the basket, give ourselves that putt for par. All right, well, here it is to stay at -2, hole 18. Took the roundabout way to get here, but let's go par, huh? Swish! That girl's wild. Yes, that was my wife singing Party in the USA. Please don't copyright strike me for that, because it was adorable. Anyway, red, white, and blue round out here at Shelton Springs. Happy 4th of July. God bless America. Way to be patriotic. All the things. Go watch some fireworks. Go do what you do with your family. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all the things that YouTube likes you to do. Get out and play some disc golf this weekend, huh? It's a great weekend for it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.